Hi, welcome to Paranormal Chronicles. Tonight we are in Grafton, Illinois. Grafton is an old river town. It's actually the oldest town in Jersey County in Illinois. So I can see in front of me right now the banks of the Mississippi River. I see the cold Mississippi. It's freezing and windy out today. Can see the water going past our windows out here. And behind us, this building, we have the limestone river bluffs. So it's a really beautiful little town. It has a lot of rich history. And one of the richest pieces of history here is this hotel. This hotel was built in 1879 and it is called the Ruebel Hotel. So there have been lots of reported activities of paranormal here. One of the most famous paranormal spirits that we hear about at the Ruebel is that of a girl named Abigail. And ironically, we found out tonight after we checked in and we were talking to Roxanne, who works here. She said, "Which room are you staying in again?" And we said, "Room 11. And she said, "Well, that is actually Abigail's room." And she said, "When you made your reservation, did you tell anybody that you were here to do any kind of ghost hunting?" And we said, "No." So ironically, we were given the room that is supposed to be very active because that was Abigail's room. And you can see Abigail's picture behind me. There are reportings of hearing a little girl giggling and running up and down the hallways here. She's often sighted here on the stairwell behind me. And so we are really excited tonight to get to explore this hotel. We've got lots of equipment ready to go in our room. And we just, talking with people here so far, everybody's been really nice. Roxanne, that I mentioned before, she actually was telling us that she's going to be starting some ghost tours here in February. So that'll be something to look out for. And, we're thinking that sounds like a lot of fun. We should come and join in on that when the time comes. So we are going to get ready and we're just going to start filming and trying to talk with anybody that's here. In addition to Abigail, there are other spirits that have been said to wander here. There's lots of history, like apparently one of Al Capone's guys were shot in the basement of this building. We've gotten to see the bar/restaurant that adjoins this building, and it's actually part of this building. They have two storefronts essentially on this historic main street through Grafton. And the bar that's in that bar, the actual bar that you can sit at, was part of the World's Fair in 1904. So lots of rich history, lots of reasons for the paranormal to be coming here and making themselves known. So we are going to get started and see who we can talk to. All right, so here we are in our room, which is actually Abigail's room. And we've got 4 cat balls and a flashlight set up. And also my K2 meter is just going crazy right now. I'm getting a really solid third light here. So it's really strong. To anyone who's here with us in the Ruebel Hotel, specifically in room 11, or if you're somewhere in the hotel and you can hear us, I'm Jenny, and my husband Jim is back there behind the camera. So we are here to talk with anybody that wants to talk with us. So we've got some toys set up for you that you can try if you'd like. You can turn any of those balls on that we have set up. We have a flashlight set up for you. You can use your energy to turn any of those lights on. We've already had a couple of things that have happened this afternoon in the time that right after we got here, honestly. So when we first got to our room, and this was before we even had anything set up. So when we first got to our room, I was in the bathroom and I felt something tap my shoulder. And I looked around, I thought, did I just lean against something or what happened? There was nothing back there behind me. So it was a very, very, very clear tap, tap, tap on my shoulder. And of course, when something like that happens, you ask yourself, was it some kind of, muscle spasm or something like that? It was definitely a tap, tap, tap on my shoulder. There, it wasn't like it was kind of a sporadic motion. And then later, when my husband was in the bathroom, I said, "Hey, did you just say something?" Because I heard a man's voice. And we were the only people in the hotel at that point. And he said, "No, I didn't say anything." It was definitely a man's voice. It was definitely in our room. And it was deeper than his voice, so I didn't think it was him, but I thought, well, I better check with him because, I don't want to just assume that it was something paranormal. Abigail, if you're here with us, don't be afraid. We've got some toys here for you. You've probably seen some of these before. I know a lot of people come in and out of here. So you can just use your energy. You can light any of those up. Did you happen to see something over here?
Nope.
I swear out of the corner of my eye I saw some kind of orb. There's nothing over there. And it wasn't like against the wall, it was it was in the room. So I do have my voice recorder here. I'm going to turn that on too, just to see if we pick anything up. Okay, so my voice recorder is recording. I'm actually going to sit this down over here so that it's away from me, so we don't get any interference from me moving around. So I'm just going to ask some questions, and we'll go back and listen to our recording later and see if we've picked something up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my dowsing rods and I'm going to put the K2 meter here next to me, see if anything happens with that. But I'm going to ask some questions and we'll just see what happens. All right, so I'll say it again. If there's anybody here with us, please feel free to make your presence known. That's why we're here. That's why we came here to Grafton, Illinois. We want to talk with you. We want to hear from you, and however you can communicate with us. So if there's anyone here with us, can you please cross my rods, make an X with my rods, if you are here with us? There's nothing to be afraid of. But if you're here with us, go ahead and... Thank you. So there is somebody here with us. That's really awesome. Thank you so much. Can you uncross my rods for me? Can you make them point straight forward for me, please? Thank you. And of course, there are people outside our room right now. Or maybe it's not. Okay. If you are a girl or a woman, can you please cross my rods for me? Make an X with my rods if you're female. if you're a girl or a woman. If you're a girl or a woman, cross my rods. Okay. Ooh. Looks like we have a girl or some female here with us. Thank you so much. There's only one person here with us. Can you make my rods cross each other? Can you make an X with my rods if there's only one person here with us? All right. Oh, wow, that felt really strong. Okay, there's definitely only one person here with us. Oh, I just got chills. Can you make them point straight ahead for me? Thank you. If we were talking with the little girl that died here, that everybody calls Abigail, can you cross my rods for me, please? We were talking with the little girl or young girl. Can you cross my rods? Oh. I'll never get over that feeling of when they really take action and get very strong. It's really cool. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for telling us that you're here with us. Can you point these rods in the direction where you're standing right now? So you're oh my gosh. So you're standing next to me. Wow. Okay. This is the first time my rods have pointed that way, and so I really am very confident that she's right here next to me. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here with us. Can you point my rods straight forward again, please? Thank you. All right, so can you please tell me if you are happy? If you are happy right now, can you cross my rods for me? Your energy is amazing. Can you point the rods in the direction of where you were when you died? Can you point the rods in the direction of where you were when you died?
They're pointed right to where the bed is now.
Yeah. Which would make sense considering, you know, where the door is at. Do you think that we should go explore other areas of the hotel? Should we try to communicate in other areas of the hotel? If you think we should, make an X with my rods. I always feel like it's a lot of work for them to cross the rods. But then once they get that swing going, it goes. Okay. All right, can you uncross my rods for me? Point them straight ahead for me.
Look at your K2. 3 lights lit solid.
Yeah. They're not even blinking at all. Okay, I'm gonna put these down. I always try to stay as relaxed as possible when I'm doing that because I don't wanna, I don't wanna like squeeze so hard that I'm creating some kind of motion myself with them. Okay, so you can see that our K2 meter is kind of going off and on here. I'm really curious. I wish that when we were talking to the people at the front desk today, Cyrus and Roxanne, I really wish that we would have asked them if there were any kids staying here tonight, because part of the story, the stories that you hear a lot from a lot of people are that when they stay here, they hear kids laughing and running in the hallway, and that's exactly what we're hearing right now. And usually there are never kids staying here. So it's kind of interesting because that's exactly what we're hearing right now out in the hallway. And Roxanne, when we talked to her earlier today, she was so nice. She gave us a little bit of a tour of the hotel. She took us over to see the bar next door and everything. And you see my K2 meter. She said that even Troy Taylor, who is very famous for writing a lot of paranormal literature and doing investigations, when he stayed here, he even said something about, I would have slept better if there weren't the kids running in the hallway and laughing so much last night. And they said there were no kids staying here last night. So I wish that we would have asked. We'll have to ask in the morning when we're checking out if there were kids. But I can hear very definite kids' laughter. I heard kids kind of running back and forth just a little bit ago outside our door. So we'll have to check it out. Who knows? Maybe when we go out there, we'll see some kids, like actual real living kids. But so I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna go out in the hallway. We're gonna do a little bit of investigating out there. Maybe try to do some communication. We're gonna come back in our room in a little bit, and we're gonna try the Estes method. And my husband Jim is going to be, the one listening, and I'll be asking questions. So we're really excited for that. That's going to be the first time we've tried that. So, we're going to go out. We're going to grab our camera and some of our gear, some of our equipment, and we're going to go out in the hallway and see what we can find So I'm not getting any activity here in this hallway. But when I was just walking around some of the other hallways, I did get very strong signal. So I want to go check that out because it was really, really strong over there. And it's dark and I don't hear any people in that area. So I want to go check that out. All right, so this is the area where I'm getting a lot of very strong reading on my K2. So once things quiet down tonight, we'll come back out here and check this out. This is actually an area where there are no other rooms. Now, when I was here just a minute ago, this thing was going crazy and now it's doing nothing. So let's see what happens when I step back here. Nothing. It's so wild. I mean, that tells me that, like, you know, there's nothing, there's no other constant interaction that's creating some kind of, you know, signal. It's something that's here and then not here. So I'm gonna step back out here again and just see. But earlier when I went in that room, I mean, my K2 was going a little, yeah. It's like right in this area. We'll have to ask and find out in the morning what that area originally was. Now it's just, it leads out to a balcony. But this sitting area here, this landing on the second floor of the Ruebel seems to have a really strong signal. So once we have the other guests of the hotel in bed, we'll come out here and we'll definitely do some more investigating because I feel like this is going to be a really, really strong spot. Unfortunately, since it is a hotel, these lights will stay on. But I've heard that even with the lights on, there's still a lot of activity that happens out here. But you can see this is not wavering at all. So, yeah. So we're gonna head down to the first floor, I think, take a quick walk around there and see if we can pick up any signals down there too. So here's our meter. So far, nothing. Now they do have this closed off. You used to be able to access this, but you can't anymore. It actually used to be the living quarters of the people that owned this. So as far as we can go is just basically to the bottom of the stairs. Of course, it's super cold out here. And I'm getting nothing. So if you hear any extra noise, that's the step creaking. Could sound like knocking, but it's not. There's just nothing right here, right now. So I would imagine if we could go into the actual part of the basement, we would probably get some really strong signals. But so far, the strongest signals we've seen have been on the second floor landing and then also right here at the lobby in front of the front desk. Now, you know, because I am always thinking of, okay, how could this be debunked? Standing right here in the lobby where we did get a strong signal, I noticed that there was like an adding machine and a credit card machine and a computer and a telephone. So, you know, you never know if something like that might feed into the electronic signal of one of these meters, but there's definitely none of that on the second floor. And so I feel pretty confident that any readings we get on the second floor are going to be fairly accurate. But yeah, there's nothing down here. At least not right now. So I think we'll head back upstairs, and we're going to give everybody a chance to kind of settle down for the night. And once it gets a little bit quieter, there's not a lot of noise tonight. Just a few other guests in the hotel, but we don't want them to interfere with our investigation. And so we will just give them a chance to go to bed, and things will be a little bit quieter, and then we'll go ahead with more of our investigating out in the public areas. Okay, so we are going to try the Estes method, and I'm going to speak very quietly just to make sure that Jim can't hear what I'm saying. So he is blindfolded and has on his headphones, noise canceling headphones. He's listening to Spirit Box. So we're going to start asking some questions. First of all, is there anybody here with us right now in this room? Can you tell us your name if you're in this room with us?
Why don't you give it a try? Turn light on. Can you tell me your name, please? My name's Jim. Can you tell me yours? Can you use your voice to tell me your name?
Expect.
What are we expecting? Can you tell me how old you are, please? Can you talk? Use your voice so Jenny can hear you. Whatever you say, she'll be able to hear.
You be respectful.
Can you please tell us your name? Are you the little girl
Respect.
Are you the little girl they call Abigail? Are you the little girl that passed away in this room years ago?
What?
Can you tell us your name, please? Can you tell us how old you are?
Boots?
Did you come up the river with your parents on a riverboat? Did you die in this room? Can you tell us something about you? Your name or your age?
Ankles.
What about your ankles? I don't understand what you're trying to say.
7.
You were 7 years old? Were you you 7 years old when you died? Was this your room? It's a beautiful room. I love the stained glass on the door.
What's the problem?
Can you tell us your name, please?
Magic?
My name's Jim. Can you tell Jenny what your name is?
Your wife?
Yes, Jenny's my wife. Can you tell Jenny what your name is? Are you Abigail?
Whatever you want.
Are you the little girl they call Abigail? I don't know if that's your real name or not, but that's what everybody here calls you. Are you that little girl? Do you like to play in the hallways at night? There's a green light right next to Jenny. Can you touch that and light that up more, please? Or touch one of the balls and make those light up. All you have to do is touch them. They will not hurt you.
It wasn't.
There you go. See? I see another light lit up. Can you make that box light up more?
It's open.
What's open? Can you touch one of the little balls on the
Do you
table?
not drink water?
Okay, can you touch those green lights? Make them light up more?
Hold it down.
Okay, well, thank you for talking to us. Bye.
Okay. If we are in your room, if this is your room, can you... I think they're really trying to get this turned around because now look how they're... If this is your room, can you make these rods cross for me? Oh my gosh. Holy crap. I'm not sure I've ever had them move like this. Holy crap! Okay, try not to freak out here. Okay, so this is your room. Can you point the sticks back forward? Point these rods back forward. Forward for me. Thank you. That was incredible. Oh my gosh. Wow. Can you point these rods toward where you slept in this room? Since this was your room, or is your room, where did you sleep in this room? We're pointing toward the bed. Well, that's right where we're going to sleep tonight. All right, can you point the rods straight forward for me again? Thank you. All right, so you know that's my husband Jim over there. Jim and I came here on this trip so that we could talk to you. And the people who own this hotel told us that we were going to sleep in this room. So we're going to be sleeping in your bed tonight. If that's okay with you, can you cross these rods for me? Is it okay if we sleep in your bed tonight? Can you share your space with us? Thank you. Oh my gosh. I am like totally trying not to freak out right now. Thank you. All right, can you make the rods point forward again? Awesome. So if you are a girl, a young girl, can you make these rods cross each other? Okay, there we have it. It's definitely a young girl. Okay, can you point the rods forward again for me? We're gonna try to figure out your age. Okay. All right, if you were between 8 and 15 years old, between 8 and 15 years old, can you cross these rods for me? Make these rods into an X if you were between 8 and 15 years old. Okay, so you're between 8 and 15 years old. Let's see if we can narrow it down some more, because this is pretty cool. Can you make my rods point forward for me again, please? We're going to see if we can get your exact age. Thank you. Okay. Are you ready for the next question? Okay, don't answer that. Okay. If you are between 8 and 12 years old, make these rods cross. So if you were 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 years old, make these rods cross. Okay. So we've got it narrowed down a little bit. Can you point forward for me again, please? Thank you. think she's ready. Okay. If you were if you were 8, 9, or 10 years old, can you make these rods cross? Okay. Very good. We're getting closer. And I honestly don't know. We're going to have to ask if they know how old this girl was when she died to confirm. Can you make these rods point forward again? These rods straight forward so I can keep trying to figure your age out. We'll get it narrowed down. Good. Okay. Well, we'll start with 10. If you were 10 years old, can you make these rods cross? See, it's kind of like a guessing game. If you were 10 years old. It's funny because I can always feel when there's going to be a reaction. All right, can you point the rods forward for me? Okay. If you were 9 years old, can you make these rods cross? Make an X with these rods if you're 9 years old. Okay, can you point the rods forward for me? You are doing such a great job. This is amazing. Point the rods forward for me. Okay. Now we're just going to try to make sure. I'm going to ask another age just to make sure. So it looks like she's telling us she is 9. If you were 8 years old, if you are 8 years old, can you make these rods cross for me? Okay. you point the rods forward for me again? Okay. Can you point the rods to where you're standing right now or to where you are right now? Point the rods to where you are right now. I'd just like to get a little feel for where you are in this room. You are so strong and amazing. Okay, if you are standing very close to me right now, if you're standing so close to me right now, can you make these rods cross? Make these rods an X again if you're standing really close to me.
We're almost out of battery.
Okay. Okay. All right, can you point my rods forward one more time for me? Good. Very nice. All right, so we're gonna stop this because, oh my gosh. Well, it looks like we're definitely getting more pronounced energy in this room, and our battery's almost dead, so we're gonna have to change out our batteries. But things seem to be getting a lot quieter here. There's a bar next door. The music has stopped playing, so we're gonna do a little more investigating, maybe out further in the hotel now. All right, we are in the second floor landing at the Ruebel Hotel. We're trying to be quiet because there are guests elsewhere in the hotel, and we don't want to make too much noise. We want to be respectful of them trying to get some sleep. But we're out here. I've got my voice recorder going and got my dowsing rods. We have the K2 meter over here, and right before we turned the camera on, we had 3 lights lit up on it, and so now we've only got 2, and they were very steady lights, so it's kind of strange. Now it's just blinking every once in a while, so I guess keep your eye on that while we're doing this portion of the video. We also have a cat ball out here, and I'm going to try to use the pendulum method just to talk a little bit, see if we can get any response or reaction, then we'll use the dowsing rods. Now it's lit up. It's very strong. So, okay, so to anybody who is out here on the landing, whether it's somebody we've already talked with or somebody new that we haven't gotten to talk with yet, feel free to show us that you're here. You can, move something, make a sound. You could touch the cat ball, see if you can light that up. So I'm going to ask some yes or no questions. I've already established with this crystal that yes is a circle and no is a line. So we're just going to ask some questions, see what happens. All right. To anybody here in the Ruebel Hotel, is there someone here with us? That's telling me no. All right. That's very much definitely a line. Okay. Okay, so if someone can come and talk with us, that would be really cool. Is there anybody that is near enough to come and talk with us? Wow. Okay. So that's definitely a circle. Okay. Is there more than one person out here with us to talk with us right now? Other than my husband and me, is there anybody else out here with us right now? I would say that's a yes. Okay. Wow. Okay, you can stop. Are you happy? That's definitely a yes. Wow. Okay. You can stop. Okay. Is there anyone here that's angry? Well, that's good to know. That's a no. Okay, would you like to communicate with us with our dowsing rods? That's a yes. Wow. Okay. Are we talking with somebody that we've already talked with tonight? Yes. Okay. Are you a girl? Very strong yes. Okay. If you're the girl that we talked to earlier, did you die here in this hotel? That's a yes. Okay. Are there any men here right now other than my husband? Wow. That's a no. Okay. One more question. Do you want to continue talking with us? That's a yes. Okay. All right. Well, that was interesting. Did these lights stay lit like this the whole time? Okay. And I am glad that we have our voice recorder running too. I can't wait to listen to that and see if we pick anything else up. All right, so we are in the lobby of the hotel, and right by the front doors. It's a little chillier here. I have my voice recorder, and I also have cat ball over here, and I think my hood just touched the back of the chair. Nobody's touching me. And then I've got my K2 meter over here too. So we'll just see if anything happens down here. So for anybody that's here, we've already been talking with the little girl that died here, or the young girl that died here, and she has been great to communicate with. Anybody else that's here, go ahead and you can either make a sound, make a noise. Plenty of things to make a noise on. You could knock on the stair rail or whatever. If you want to move something, if you want to turn some of our lights on, that would be really cool. So far, we're not getting any kind of reading on the K2, but that doesn't mean that they're not here. So, all right, so I am going to use, did you just see something? I know, I heard the ice machine, but I just saw something out of the corner of my eye. So, that was really crazy. Okay, so, all right, we're gonna ask some questions and see if we get any response down here. If there's somebody here with us, can you cross my rods and make them an X? Nothing to be afraid of. We're just here to talk and hang out. All right. Okay, hello to whoever is here. Can you uncross my rods for me, please? Perfect. Keep going. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Is there a man here with us? If there's a man here with us to talk with us, can you cross my rods? Okay. All right. Can you uncross my rods, please? Go ahead and uncross them so I can ask another question. Perfect. Okay. Are there any females here with us? If there are females here with us, cross my rods. Or a female. Okay. All right. hate to move on when it seems like somebody's trying to say something. Okay. So apparently we have at least one man and one woman here. Or one female, I should say. One male and one female. All right, can you guys please uncross my rods for me? If you just crossed them more. If you are at peace, can you point these rods to where you're standing? Wow. That's pretty cool. What was that?
What?
You didn't see that? I swear, there was like just something like an orb that like floated right in front of me, like right in front of my legs. Okay. Okay. I am obviously not manipulating this at all. I mean, my hand is lower than what this rod is right now, and it's spinning back toward me. Wow. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Are you trying to tell me that you just did that? Now you're pointing the rod right back at you again? Okay. Wow. This is incredible. Does anyone here want to try to give me a hug? If you want to try to give me a hug, spin my rods both out away from each other and spin them around so that they're touching my arms, my upper arms. So spin them away from each other and have them touch my upper arms if you want to give me a hug. If somebody here can hug me. I'm just trying to be really still while this is happening. I really want to watch the rods and see what they're doing, but I don't want to accidentally move them myself. There is so much energy coming through these right now. It's like it's taking my breath away. That was really great. Seriously, I'm like seeing things floating all over. Obviously the cat ball didn't do anything, but I can't wait to listen to our voice recorder because, I mean, I really think that somebody was standing, or is still standing, probably right in front of me. So that's really cool. And toward the end of that session, I seriously saw so many little like dots floating through the air. It was really incredible. There was a lot of energy and a lot of stuff happening in this atmosphere right here. So, okay. Well, I think we're going to call it a night for tonight. We'll do a little wrap up in the morning, a little, conclusion. But for now, we're gonna head to bed. For anybody here that's listening, we really do want you to let us sleep and leave us alone tonight. And I am just telling you all right now, you are not welcome to come home with us. You have to stay here so that we can come here and visit you again. This is a really incredible place. So glad we got to come, and we're gonna go to bed now. All right, everybody, that wraps up our night at the Ruebel Hotel in Grafton, Illinois. We had a lot of great energy and things happening last night. We really, really enjoyed ourselves. And when we went back to our room and finally got to go to bed, we slept really well. I only woke up once to one of our cat balls flashing. We left a few things set up around the room just to see what would happen. But we woke up this morning feeling refreshed and ready for another day. I will say, one little side note, I was really pleasantly surprised and very happy that when I took my shower this morning, the towels were really soft and fluffy, and that just was like the cherry on the top. So if you ever have a chance to check out the Ruebel Hotel in Grafton, do so. The energy here is really great, very positive experience. And we really enjoyed ourselves. So make sure you hit like and subscribe on Paranormal Chronicles and watch for our next video. We're gonna be doing some really cool things in the St. Louis area and then branching out a little from there. So I can't wait to talk to you all again.